streaming. There we go. Okay. For two sets of, being the outlier episode in Firefly is a bit like being the last picked Avenger. You're still one of Earth's mightiest heroes, and true to form, the train job is... That's a little bit loud. Job is hilarious with... The train job is hilarious. Hey, I didn't fight in no war. Excuse me. Hello, Sarah. How you doing?
Jen Sugar, quite like that, Jin.
Jane?
Hey, I didn't fight no war. Best of luck, though.
Heroes, and true to form, the train job is hilarious with unexpected moments, lots of adventure, and some lots of adventure, and some great character details. Hilarious with if I was the king of the forest. Sleepy, long day of classes. How's you? It's been an off week. Struggling to get it back. I'm not sick anymore. His throat gets a little sore after a day of talking. Hold on one second. Unexpected moments, lots of adventure, and some great character moments. Lots of adventure, and some... Lots of adventure. Voice gets a little raw after spending the day talking still. But... other than that, fine. Yeah. It's been a long week. I think this one's good, though. I mean... and the first impression script is done. Lots of adventure. That looks like adventure to me. Hey, Russell. Home perfect. Zinc lozenges help the throat. Yeah. Yeah, people have been recommending that and tea. And I don't like tea, so I should look into that. Actually, why don't I just add that to... Excuse me. Zinc lozenge. Organic sambucus. I don't know what I'm looking at. Alright, we'll do that. Boom, done. Hey, Beach Girl. Welcome back. Hilarious with unexpected moments, lots of adventure, and some great character details. Some great character details. Warmed whiskey with honey. Well, it's gotten warm. And there is no honey, but there's a pink straw. So, close enough? I mean, the episode is a little character light. Really, Inara has the most interesting arc.
By law at once.
Cheers, Russell. This deserves a button.
Is everyone here very stoned?
Oh, is your view distorted of the screen? Does she look normal to you on your screen? Oh, the aspect ratio on this monitor is different. Got it. So if I... Well, that's a pain in the butt. Hold on. Yeah, there she looks normal. So I guess if I edit like this... I don't want you guys getting all distorted. One sec, guys. Settings... That should not explain why she looks strange. Huh? No. Revert. 1920 by 1080. Okay. Keep changes. And now if I make her full screen, it looks terrible. What the hell's going on? Sorry, guys. 1 second. Actually, let's do this. I'm going to delete this and then re-add window capture. Okay. Adobe Premiere. Okay. And not have it cover up my face parts. That look better? Wait. No. I made it worse. System. I'm off my game still. See, this is how the week's been going. Keep changes. Close. Oh, for heaven's sakes. Lock. There we go. Okay. Whee! There we go. Fixed. I mean, I know you guys understand this being my first stream and all. Here we go. And some great character details. I also think the whole Fox fiasco raises an interesting question.
Ask?
Copy. Your detail. character details. I also think the whole Fox fiasco raises an interesting question. Are there ways in which the train job works more successfully as a first episode?
Vacation day! The end of scumbag.
God, it's a good show. I mean, right? Right! Firefly's not bad. Hello, dog lover. Welcome, welcome. An interesting question. Are there ways in which the train... This is the weakest episode and it's pretty damn shiny. Yep! I'll drink to that. Raises an interesting question. Are there ways in which the train job works more successfully as a first episode? To be clear, I like Serenity more. That shot's splendiferous. We band of buggered. I mean, they're all so good. It's the way I've just been describing it. This review is as an outlier episode because it had weird things it had to accomplish. Raises an interesting question. Are there ways in which the train job works more successfully as a first episode? To be clear, I like Serenity more. I just think the question is interesting. Time for some thrilling heroics.
Movie ain't made yet. Time for some thrilling heroics.
Episode. To be clear, I like Serenity more. I just think the question is interesting. And not more successful in a Fox executive were never...
Bram law. It's no deal.
is interesting. And not more successful in a Fox executive, we're never going to get people to sit through 90 minutes of people eating strawberries. Where is the strawberry? There it is. interesting. And not more successful in a Fox executive, we're never going to get people to sit through 90 minutes of people eating strawberries and taking sponge baths, give us more sparkly boomy things kind of sponge baths, give us more spark. People eating strawberries and taking sponge baths, give us more sparkly boomy things kind of way. Sparkly boomy things kind of way. Can you edit in the strawberries from Dollhouse Epitaph 2? No, I don't have the files ripped from my Blu-rays. No, not still live, Ham. I took a dinner break and relaxed for a bit. Don't know that I'm going to be able to finish tonight. Probably not, unless I want to stay up until 1 in the morning. But the video will definitely be done tomorrow. More sparkly boomy things. More sparkly boomy things kind of way. Though when it comes to the business of getting eyes on a show, maybe that shouldn't be ruled out completely.
Is that right?
Way. Though when it comes to the business of getting eyes on a show, maybe that shouldn't be ruled out completely. As much as I love the melancholy and time-spanning cold open to Serenity, right, we win. It's so good. The music, ugh. It's like so good, I want to puke. Apply default transition. Melancholy and time-spanning cold open to Serenity. I have not mentioned the soundtrack yet. I don't think I need to do that at some point. That completely? As much as I love the melancholy and time-spanning cold open to Serenity, the Train Job's opening bar fight scene is so much fun. Am I a fan of The Jerk? Yeah. My roommate and I were actually talking about the comedies that we grew up on, and Steve Martin's were a big part of my childhood. Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, All of Me. I said you're a coward and a piss pot. Three Amigos, yeah, huge one, huge one. I was never the biggest Martin Short fan. Man with Two Brains. I mean, that's not the top of my Steve Martin list, but you cooked her nines. Collie and time-spanning cold open to Serenity. The Train Job's opening bar fight scene is so much fun. Whedon called the single shot of the man flying through a barroom window Western style, and the window being a hologram, the show in a nutshell. Kathleen Turner was great. Guess I'm gonna have to find me a new man to torment. I mean, I think most people, I think I'm in the minority for not appreciating Martin Short for certain. I get it. That's why, to me, that's more a matter of, it's not my taste. Yeah, Man with Two Brains was great. I was just saying, of Steve Martin's, like, heyday period, I even liked L.A. Story. Oh, pointy bird, oh, pointy, pointy, anoint my head, anointed, anointy. Inner Space. Oh, yeah, I love Inner Space. That's true. Inner Space is kind of Martin Short's most contained performance. You didn't like Roxanne? Oh, God, I loved Roxanne. I used to have that whole monologue he gives in the bar memorized. Excuse me, is that your nose, or did a bus park on your face? Me or logical? Keep that guy away from my cocaine. Say, who mows your nose hairs? The opening bar fight scene is so much fun. Whedon called the single... That is a flash frame. There we go. L.A. Story was weird, but I like it. There's a... I mean... I love total fantastical departures like that. There are three places in the world that I consider mystical, because that's where I first kissed her, and that's where I first touched her. Yeah, I love that movie. Father of the Bride. God, he was on a roll those years. Is so much fun. Whedon called the single shot of the man flying through a barroom window West. I said the man because I couldn't remember that it was Mal at the time. Why not take all of me? Can't you see? I'm no good without you. Whedon called the single shot of the man flying through... Well, that does not work. Okay, fine. Whedon... even called the single shot of the man flying through. That doesn't work either. All right. Frame sampling
Through a barroom window, Western style, and the window being a hologram, the show in a nutshell. The ship's introduction is a stunner, almost like she's the 10th member of the cast, and she is.
I'm thinking we'll rise again.
Excuse me, may I go to the bathroom first? Of course. Thank you.
The show in a nutshell. The ship's introduction is a stunner, almost like she's the 10th member of the cast, and she is. The whole scene delivers an incredible amount of information to the audience, arguably more. The audience are arguably more, while having an
Arguably more than what?
engrossing pace and humor. Where audience
That's getting cut.
to the audience, while having an engrossing pace and humor.
Nice going, dumbass. Out. I'm mostly just going for giving it its due.
The ship's introduction is a stunner, almost like she's the 10th member of the cast, and she is. The whole scene delivers an incredible amount of information to the audience, while having an engrossing to the audience, while having an engrossing pace and humor. Where
Everybody go back inside, or we will blow a new whole crater in this. I fucked it up. I'll drink for that.
I'll take away your bucket. I'll take away your bucket.
My bucket button isn't working.
I'll take away your bucket.
That's weird. Oh, I know why. Wait, do I? Damn it. Yeah, I know why. Down, 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 down. And once more with feeling.
I'll take away your bucket.
There we go. No, Lonnie, but sometimes I need to discipline myself. Wait, no, I don't. That. Never mind.
How? What?
the audience, while having an engrossing pace and humor.
Josh, it's been a long week. Give me a break.
In this little moon.
I didn't. That's not. Since you guys are being mean. Take that.
Audience, while having an engrossing pace and humor. Where Serenity's opening is more of a beautiful cinematic slow burn,
The slow burn is really the bit in space.
Okay, I'm gonna boil it. Jane, give me the sticky.
It's all in good fun. You guys know I wouldn't use the Riley sex face maliciously.
pace and humor. Where Serenity's opening is more of a beautiful cinematic slow burn, the train job feels to me like the opening of a television show.
Everyone calls me out on that one. Okay. Next time you guys want to lie to feel better about yourself, see how I'll take it.
Beautiful cinematic slow burn. The train job...
Actually, no. Let's widen this out.
Burn. The train job feels to me like the opening of a television show.
That's better. These are lies. Yep. The channel's official These Are Lies button, that being Boris, is not actually here. Wonder what he's doing. Delete.
Slow burn. The train job feels to me like the opening of a television show. And that filters down. Serenity's 90 minutes feel like down.
And that filters down. Two on the nose. Good.
Television show. And that filters down. Serenity's 90 minutes feel like an unfolding stage play. I lost the stream there for a second. Is my internet going out? Nope. Yes?
Well. Oh. Refresh. Well, the chat will be back in a minute. Can't see you guys for the moment. So I guess I'll actually have to work. Lame.
Filters down. Serenity's 90 minutes feel like an unfolding stage play. Episodes like that in a show are often some of my favorite episodes.
I'm gonna kill you, Dobson. What's your...
Play. Episodes like that in a show are often some of my favorite episodes and the most memorable.
Episodes and the most memorable. Excuse me. Nah, I don't like that part. Do we go double down on Jane? That's a amazing composite.
Some of my favorite episodes and the most memorable.
Oh, that's a good one. We'll use... Good one. Cancel, cancel. What the heck is happening? There we go.
Think Data's Day in Star Trek The Next Generation, or
Any place where I can shove Next Generation, I'm going to. Even if it doesn't belong. I say that, and then maybe the file's not going to work?
episode.
Don't worry.
Where's the tap dance?
It caused the fluctuation. The need for friendship.
No, don't be nervous.
I am not nervous. I am confused.
My favorite episodes and the most memorable. Think Data's Day in Star.
With precision designed to increase her.
She has canceled the wedding.
Friendly insults and jibes. Another form of human speech that I am attempting to master. Both orphans.
Let's keep this between.
Ships are deployed to support a policy of confrontation. Refreshment, Chief.
No, thank you. Convince her to go through with the wedding.
Would Counselor Troy not be a more appropriate choice to speak with Keiko?
She already has. Didn't help. I have. I
think that file's bad. Damn it. Alright, we'll skip over it. Oh, and we're missing one anyway. Uh-oh. No, don't crash. My computer caught my cold. Huh. Yeah, I'm still struggling to load. Let's try something else. Hold on one sec. The wedding? Data, you didn't tell me this was for the wedding. Is that information relevant? They don't do a lot of tap dancing. Live streaming. There we are, I'm back. Wow! That was bizarre. Pop out chat. No, I don't want to pop out chat. Restore chat. Can't see us talking next gen. How cruel. I can see you guys now. Sorry. I'm scanning through what I missed. TNG betrayed some... Something is very wrong. Okay, and we're back, and everything is working and functioning again. Except for this episode. And I forgot to import the Breaking Bad episode that I wanted to reference. Plotted against you while you were away. I would expect nothing less, given how the night's been going. Everyone's out to get me. Firefly, the train job. Yeah, I didn't prepare it. Okay.
In Star Trek The Next Generation, or The Fly in Breaking... Or Fly in...
I was going to say, I got that wrong.
Or The Fly... Star Trek The Next Generation, or... In Star Trek The Next Generation... Or The Fly in Breaking... Or Fly in Breaking... In Breaking... Or...
Bick. Yeah, I know, Boris.
Generation. Or Fly in...
Fly.
Next Generation, or Fly in Breaking Bad. But
Time for another beverage. Oh, I could get you guys to turn on me. I think the gift is overrated. And, I've seen better episodes than The Body.
You're a wee little puppet man.
How? What? How?
Three
Okay.
excellent questions.
in Breaking Bad. But
I'm not good at lying.
but perhaps
It's not like any kind of noble way or anything like that. It's just not very good at it. Some people are good liars.
bad. But perhaps a pilot should be a little tighter and more energetic to get eyes on the show. Serenity, but
We're not thieves.
Well, we are thieves.
most memorable. Think Data's Day
Oh, crap. Figures.
in Star Trek The Next Generation, or Fly in Breaking Bad. But perhaps a pilot should be a little tighter and more energetic to get eyes. Pilot. Perhaps a pilot should be a little tighter and more energetic to get eyes on the show. Serenity is also Mandarin heavy, and just like any unit, so Mandarin heavy.
Save.
Zoe，去探马衙门。注意。
Serenity is also Mandarin heavy, and just like any universe-specific affectation, it can take a little frackin' time for the audience to warm up to how things work. The train job is pretty Mandarin light.
Thinking of...
What the hell?
Don't you dare speak to me.
I just looked up and saw Ian owes us tater tots. And my button's broken, as usual.
Is everyone here very stoned?
It's good. Is this the only show, Josh show that Tudyk is in? I believe so, yeah.
Alright, so enough of that.
To open up Jane.
Light. Alright, so enough of that. I feel dirty devil's advocating when the
Oh, that's right, he's in the dollhouse.
I was aiming for his head.
enough of that. I feel dirty devil's advocating when the devil is Fox. And
Actually, well... So, let's do what we did in the last one. So, speed... Reverse... Okay... Negative 50... Rotation...
is Fox, and I wouldn't trade Serenity.
Color... no, I'm not at the end. We're kind of in the middle, Raphael. RGB. Does this filter have contrast gamma?
Advocating when the devil is Fox, and I wouldn't trade Serenity.
It's a bit much. Maybe if we just darken it up a little bit. That's odd. Why when I darken it? Is that because that filter is acting for... There we go.
When the devil is Fox, and
but I want more bass out of the theme, so let's unlink that, and let's take the speed down to 25.
When the devil is Fox, and I wouldn't... devil is Fox, and I wouldn't... when the devil is Fox, and I wouldn't trade...
That, like, 6 months of just rabid copyright strikes and flags. Feels good.
Devil is Fox, and I...
kind of want to mess with it more, but done is better than perfect.
When the devil is Fox, and I wouldn't trade Serenity's slow, beautiful burn for anything.
No, Boris, it was Fox. Disney has never given me a flag or a strike for anything. I expect it at some point. Now that they own all of these things. You're later than I like.
Why don't we start again?
The lighting on that one's so cool. Wasn't your theory that all the strikes were due to the Disney deal business? No, my theory was that the strikes stopped because of the Disney deal business. Fox was the one flagging me constantly, and 6 months before anyone heard about the, or a couple of months before anyone heard about the Disney deal, they stopped. And I imagine that's because Fox fired all of their cubicle farms full of people because they were going to sell to Disney.
Fox, and I wouldn't trade Serenity's slow, beautiful burn for anything, especially that dinner scene.
Walk away from this table. The doctor.
Then I guess it's good we're...
Well, now you know Disney's going to come to you expecting a favor, right? No, I imagine they are currently setting up the infrastructure to manage all of Fox's properties. And once that's complete, I will start getting flagged by them. I've heard Disney is terrible as well. Mal is a Disney princess. I love it.
Don't pay me to talk pretty just because Kaylee gets lubed up over some big city dandy.
Walk away from this table right now.
I love that scene. Love that scene. Disney must understand it's a win-win. Fox didn't. Most of the time, I received confirmation from some people I was consulting with when the channel was going down due to copyright flags that, they have a sledgehammer. It's cubicles on cubicles on cubicles of people searching for anything related to their properties and striking all of it. Beautiful burn for anything, especially that dinner scene.
Walk away from this table, right now.
Love it. Fox, Universal, and Disney were the worst. I believe Universal's owned by Disney, if I remember correctly. Who did the intro music for the Firefly Guide? It is actually a royalty-free tune. That you can get through the YouTube library. We're going to start, I'm going to start, I'll put the blame where it belongs, doing a better job citing music, the music I use in any video, including the royalty-free stuff from the library, because people want to know. They should realize the difference between copyright and possibly promoting material. I agree with that, but the problem, mostly in that case, is one of volume. The amount of content that gets uploaded to YouTube constantly is immense, and so, to combat, like we said, sledgehammer. The thing is, I think copyright law is important. Of course I do. But the sledgehammer is too broad.
No.
Setting the train.
Are you going to replace it with original music? No, I like the tune fine. And the person that wrote the Angel theme for me is too busy. So, yeah, the Buffy one is also from the royalty-free library on YouTube. So, it is what it is. Actually, the other day I was going through all of the music because I'm currently doing a big sort of index of the videos, content, songs used, stuff like that. And I actually listened to the Buffy theme beyond the part that I used, the Buffy episode guide theme, beyond the part that I used. And it is not what I was expecting. But I kind of love it. Oh, I actually have it here. Of course I have it here. There is definitely a montage in the future with this song. That's the Firefly one. That's the outro. Oh, here we go. Wait, no. Now wait for it. I can see the end of the Chosen episode guide in my head. It's weird. I don't hate it. Can't you see the montage? That, or I'll do a modern, updated version of the end of the Lie to Me video. One of the two. Since you already have an idea in mind for Once More with Feeling, do you think it's still going to get hit with massive copyright strikes, even though you'll be creating your own songs? I mean, it doesn't matter. Yes, I think it'll get flagged. But, well, I mean, it depends on if Disney has the infrastructure set up. The reason Once More with Feeling videos get flagged as much as they do, I think, like what Shan dealt with, is the music recognition algorithm is much better for YouTube than the visual. So, but that video will not only be a review, but parody, which is like double fair use. So, at the same time, when we get to the finale, it will be a sad, sad day. In a way. Yeah. Well, we can all console ourselves from the fact that that's like 7 or 8 years away. And it's the same thing as soon as I finish watching Chosen, I feel a little bummed out. And then I'm like, oh, wait. Season 5 of Angel is coming up. Which is by far my favorite season of that show. So we shall see. Anyway, I love that that this is the rest of that tune. Seven or eight. You might be dead. How do you think I feel? That dinner scene.
Walk away from the stable right now.
Love that.
Walk away from the stable right now.
Setting the train job's pilot 2.0 elements aside, the
long time to wait. It is indeed. I mean, the funny thing is, when I quit my job a year ago now, I thought what that would mean is that the release of the videos would accelerate, and that has not been the case. But what has happened that I didn't expect is I think the writing has gotten better. So, whatever. It's been an adventure. I think in the last couple of months, other than when I got sick, the video release is getting a little better. The release pace.
The end of the scumbag independent.
Some of us are burned cookies. Yeah. The videos are more than twice the length now. I'm doing 4 series at once if you count Nerd Shipper, which I do because that video series is very important to me. Yeah. You know, I get that there are certain people that are only here for specific shows, and getting one video a month for that show, if we're lucky, is probably frustrating. So, but you know what? It is what it is. Twice the length, double the wait time. I'm assuming that's a quote. If not, that's kind of mean, Boris.
Get out, get out, get out!
Twice the length has been great. Thanks. Yeah, I mean, this season, especially, all the videos are... I'm like, 10 minutes is my target. Oh, this one's 18? Well, crap.
Walk away from the stable right now.
Setting the Train Job's Pilot 2.0 elements aside, the episode has a really cool structure to it.
Quality is more exceptional. Thank you. You were prequel movie? Twice the length, double the wait time. Don't remember that one. But that reminds me of my favorite line from Contact, which I can't remember clearly. Why build one when you can have two for twice the price? Let's... I don't believe he does. Man sees a situation like ours, well, then he has a choice.
Really cool structure to it. Philosophical cool structure to it.
Actually... Excuse me.
Why did you? Same reason I took you on board, Shepard.
Need the fare.
Philosophically, Mal's final line to the sheriff about a man not having a choice always bugged. Choice all. Final line to the sheriff.
Totally off topic. Thoughts on John Ritter? In my opinion, he was the biggest guest star on Buffy, but I grew up with Three's Company, so I was just wondering what you thought about him. Until that was one of the... I mean, I'm always talking about the writing an episode guide phenomena.
And he has a choice. Learns all the details of a situation like ours.
Hold on.
You were truthful back in town. These are tough times. A man can get a job. You might not look too close at what that job is. But a man learns all the details of a situation like ours. Well, then he has a choice.
I don't believe he does.
Last Nerd Shipper was exceptional. Thank you. I had no idea it was going to do the traffic it has. That's been fun to watch.
A man learns all the details of a situation
always
like
bugged
ours.
me.
But that format, well, I think it's alienating for some people that using using pop media clips as visual illustrations of the things I'm talking about. To me, it's oddly representative of what the channel is kind of about.
A man learns all the details of a situation like ours, and he has a choice.
Which is the way, our stories reflect our lives, and kind of what you get from them, what you take away from them, stuff like that. I think I forgot a question. Oh, thoughts on John Ritter? In my opinion, he was the biggest guest star on Buffy, but I grew up with Three's Company, so I was wondering what you thought about it. I like John Ritter, but I never really grew a affection for anything that he was in.
Final line to the sheriff.
The man learns all the details of a situation.
I feel like Three's Company, I don't know how that got so burned in my brain. I still see him and hear that song in my head. But I like him. Come and knock on our door.
Final line to the sheriff.
The man learns all the details of a situation like ours, and he has a choice.
I don't believe he does.
Always bugged me. Always bugged me. Whedon has spoken before about his own personal philosophy. Existentialism is riddled throughout philosophy.
Come and knock on our door.
Second episode, which was then the pilot.
Maybe, Josh. That's not how I read it. But I did manage to parse out an interpretation of that line that I can live with. The key, well, you'll see.
Always bugged me. Whedon has spoken before about his own personal philosophy. Existentialism is riddled throughout Buffy and Angel, and
I'm a cool guy. Yeah, the old go-to shot.
or about his own personal philosophy. Existentialism is riddled throughout Buffy and Angel, and there's an episode of Firefly that reads like Whedon's take on Sartre's nausea.
Setting it up, guys. My interpretation. Not saying it's right. Ugh.
Buffy and Angel, and there's an episode of Firefly that reads like Whedon's take on Sartre's nausea. Fundamental to the idea...
Danger bassoon. Always different ways to read a text. Yeah. Yeah. Just opened with my confusion, and now I'm going to try and refine it.
Nausea. Fundamental to the idea of existential philosophy is choice.
And save. Whenever it stutters like that.
Well, Chief, can someone find out what they took? Penny! Keep those people together! Quiet them down!
Medicine, sir. All of the supplies.
They stole the goddamn medicine. I've been waiting. All of it?
Every ounce.
Son of a bitch.
I actually like that, by and large, Buffy is pretty light on recognizable guest stars. I mean, Amy Adams wasn't Amy Adams when she was on the show. John Ritter was kind of John Ritter. Like Amy Mann, always I find her kind of distracting. In the episode she's in, and I like her music.
Sartre's nausea. Fundamental to the idea of existential philosophy is choice. Yes, the universe is meaningless and indifferent to us, but...
That would be... The Reavers. Well, Nathan Fillion probably wasn't Nathan Fillion when he did Firefly. But the other thing, too, is the thing about guest stars, or famous guest stars, I think, is, you know, they don't have the same opportunity to disappear into the role that any actor that appears on the show frequently does. So, you know, where the hell's the Reaver bit? I thought it was, is this it? Real Ted made the robot look like John Ritter. I like it.
is choice. Yes, the universe is meaningless and indifferent to us, but by making choices and pursuing meaning regardless,
making choices and pursuing meaning regardless. Late here, off to bed. Have a good night. Good night, Shadowman. Oh, I've got a good one.
No, don't!
They're gone. They're gone. They're gone. We're safe now.
different to us, but by making choices and pursuing meaning regardless, meaning can ensue through the journey.
Who's the most famous person to appear on Buffy, Angel, Firefly? Since Britney Spears says Buffy Bot didn't happen, who do you think holds the title? Yeah, we're safe now. Exactly. I mean, Jeremy Renner, Hawkpire for me, is definitely up there now. If we're ignoring the so-and-so wasn't so-and-so. Paul Rubens. Yeah, well, I mean, if we're counting the movie, then Rutger Hauer.
Regardless, meaning can ensue through the journey.
Did you?
Yeah, we can't. I think we got to rule out the movie. Zac Efron in Firefly.
Regardless, meaning can ensue through the journey. I did my best to cover existentialism and choice in my video for the Buffy episode Lie to Me. Choice in existentialism and choice in
See you, Josh. That's because Lie to Me is not a Season 3 episode. There we go.
And look like me.
Kyle, can't believe you're on here. To relax after this. You're doing an awesome job as always. Thank you. I did take a little break for dinner. But yeah, that first stream was 4.5 hours, and what are we at now? Hour and a half? Let's see how far we can go.
Through the journey.
This video will be up tomorrow. Going to... Alright, Mary. Mary, is that a potato? It is a potato. Huh. Spudnik. Wait, no, that's the joke. I ruined it. I should just edit.
Through the journey. I did my best to cover existentialism and choice.
Okay, these all need titles. So, save. Wait, I want to watch it again.
God, you dull creature! And I will not be bullied by that!
Puny God.
It's so good! Alright. So, Buffy. What is the keyboard command for a bullet on Windows? Windows. Alt 0149. Alt. Ah! Hey! Yeah, that bit never gets old. And it's the exact same joke as the engine kick. And I don't care. It's not a criticism.
Through the journey. I did my best to cover existentialism and choice in my video for the Buffy episode Lie to Me. I did my best to cover existentialism and choice in my video for the Buffy episode Lie to Me, linked in the top right.
Theory on Book's backstory? No, I think it's explained in the comics. They definitely had an idea in mind, as is his actual name. I may read it after I'm done with the episode guides.
And ensue through the journey. I did my best to cover existentialism and choice in my video.
Hulk doesn't even let Loki finish his rant and just moved on. That doesn't change the way the joke works to me. It's the same setup and payoff.
Through the journey. I did my best to cover existentialism and choice in my video for the Buffy episode Lie to Me, linked in the top right. Mal's line initially confused me, but I think maybe I was misreading to what he was referring to. Let's unpack.
Yeah, don't spoil for me.
Didn't expect to find you coming back.
Didn't expect to be coming.
The Buffy episode Lie to Me, linked in the top right. Mal's line initially confused me, but I think maybe I was misreading to what he was referring to. Let's unpack. The opening brawl over Unification Day serves to show us that Mal is still fighting the... serves to show us that Unification Day serves to show us that...
If I... Good night, Sarah.
You know, your coat is...
It's kind of a brownish color.
Let's unpack. The opening brawl over Unification Day serves to show us that Mal is still fighting the war people keep telling him he lost 6 years ago.
Need some Gorime air support. Now get back online. Tell them to get in here.
Referring to? Let's unpack. The opening brawl over Unification Day serves to show us that Mal is still fighting the war people keep telling him he lost 6 years ago. And the duality of Mal's name that River and Book bring up introduce the question of the episode.
In the Latin.
...6 years ago, and the duality of Mal's name that River and Book bring up introduce the question of the episode. What kind of bad is he?
Alliance had her in that institution for a purpose.
Bad is he? The city of Paradiso, where most of the episode takes place, is on the planet Regina.
More of a town than a city, but whatever. Do. Get it? Back at Wolfram and Hart, Darth. Somehow the audio for that one got screwed up pretty badly. That's okay. Copy.
Place is on the planet Regina. Part of the is on the planet Regina.
I don't know why I want to say Regina so bad. So badly that I actually had to deliberately, mentally avoid saying it.
Of the episode takes place is on the planet Regina, part of the Georgia system, which is one of the two systems that make up the border.
That's the one we want.
Part of the Georgia system, which is one of the two systems.
Catch up on any shows while you were sick? No, I was sleeping constantly or thinking about work. Oh, someone asked what I did before... Hold on one second.
Part of the Georgia system, which is one of the two systems that make up the border planets. And
oh, that was someone in the previous stream who I don't think is here now, so never mind. Sound a lot better. Glad you're taking care, getting over your sickness. Yeah, throat's still a little raw. That's about it. And after talking for the day, actually,
Regina, part of the Georgia system, which is one of the two systems that make up the border planets. And Paradiso is also part 3 of the Divine Comedy, in which Dante
excuse me.
Regina, part of the Georgia system, which is one of the 2 systems that make up the border planets. And Paradiso is also part 3 of the Divine Comedy, in which Dante was guided through 3 of the Divine Comedy, in which Dante was guided through the spheres of heaven. Only that make up the border planets. And Paradiso is also part 3 of the Divine Comedy, in the border planets. And Paradiso is also part 3 of the Divine Comedy, in which Dante was guided through the spheres of heaven.
Little drastic there.
Part 3 of the Divine Comedy, in which Dante was guided through the spheres of heaven. Only in Firefly's Paradiso we see a vision of the paradise the Alliance was fighting for when they sought to unify the systems. The Alliance was fighting for when they sought to unify the systems. Paradise the Alliance was fighting for when
well, I actually like the close-up. Okay.
Paradise the Alliance. So we see a vision of the paradise the Alliance was fighting for when they sought to unify the systems. The citizens are living a hard life, stricken with a disease their planet's unique atmosphere enables. Sure, the Alliance enables. Sure, the Alliance brings in medicine with a regiment, but...
Oh, I don't have the script open. Oopsie doopsie. Yeah. Excuse me. Okay.
Only in Firefly's Paradiso, we see a vision of the paradise the Alliance was fighting for when they sought to unify the systems. The citizens are living a hard life, stricken with a disease their planet's unique atmosphere enables. Sure, the Alliance brings in Sure, the Alliance brings in medicine with a regiment, but when the medicine is taken, they are nowhere to be found.
Paradiso.
6 crates of Pascaline D. Right.
Medicine with a regiment, but when the medicine is
well, undo.
Atmosphere enables. Sure, the Alliance...
Oh, come on.
Sure, the Alliance brings in medicine with...
Which side am I on? If you guys are talking about Star Wars, is that the side you're asking? Star Wars versus... Whenever I see people talking about Star Wars, I tend to hear a loud ringing inside my head these days.
Dice.
Oh, asking about Firefly. You'll see.
Enables. Sure, the Alliance brings in medicine with a regiment, but when the medicine is taken, they are nowhere to be found, leaving the people to fend for themselves through the worst part of it.
It's a nice shot.
Bowden's malady.
Found, leaving the people to fend for themselves through the worst part of it. Mal made the mistake of not asking Niska what he was stealing, but...
As a rule, no.
Wow. I love when that happens.
Worst part of it. Mal made the mistake of not asking Niska what he was stealing, but upon seeing the suffering of the people in Paradiso, immediately decides to give the shipment back. And I love the way that Zoe knows it's to give the...
Oh, I missed a line that I wanted to add.
Nowhere to be found, leaving the people to fend for themselves.
There's a connection from this one to the movie, which is part of what I'm building up here. Where's that line? 30:45.
Spending your honeymoon in Paradise? Know what this is?
Affliction of the bone and muscle. Degenerative.
Very. Every planet that's been terraformed for human life has its own little... or set foot in a mine. Then? Let their medicine get swiped as much as whoopsie-daisy.
That sounds...
There we go.
That sounds like the Alliance. Unite all the planets under one rule so that everybody can be interfered with or ignored equally.
I love that he gives the guy in the cell a smoke.
Leaving the people to fend for themselves through the worst part of it.
That sounds like the Alliance. Unite all the planets under one rule so that everybody can be interfered with or ignored equally.
Mal made the mistake of not
Boris, the Reaver situation. No, that is not what I'm connecting to the movie.
Mal made the mistake of not asking Niska what he was stealing, but, upon seeing the suffering of the people in Paradiso, immediately decides to give the shipment back. Dealing, but, upon seeing the suffering of the people in Paradiso, immediately decides to give the shipment back. And I love the way that Zoe knows his why without him needing to say anything.
Guys, what are you...
We tried to get him into the infirmary. He's just... It's heavy.
Kept the engine running. We're good to go. We're not going. Not what? Not why?
We're bringing the cargo back.
What? What do you mean back? I waited for you guys.
What are you talking about? What about Niska? Won't this put him in more or less a killing mood? Those others need this more.
Guys,
what are you talking about?
What do you mean back?
We're bringing the cargo back.
Come for the last moments? Well, I don't know about the last moments. There's another audio section after this one. I don't think I'm going to finish tonight. But we took a big chunk out of it. Went from a minute in to 13 today.
Shipment back. And I love the way that Zoe knows his why without him needing to say anything.
We're bringing the cargo back.
Because really, the episode is not about choosing between the Alliance or the Browncoats.
Yeah, Quinn, it's the chain I beat you with. Till you something. My memory is not so solid.
We'll have to drag him from here.
How long have you been streaming? For this bit, 2 hours. And then earlier today, 4.5. We might have another hour. I might have another hour in me. We shall see.
Back.
Because really, the episode is not about choosing between the Alliance or the Browncoats. In any war between two parties, there's always a third that makes out. coats. In any war between two parties, there's always a third that makes out, no matter what. The vulture, the brown coats. In any war between two...
It's a cool fireball.
The brown coats. In any war between two parties, there's always a third that makes out, no matter what. The vulture, the carrier, the...
You were going to hand over imprinted goods and just...
makes out, no matter what. The vulture, the carry-on feeders.
Carry-on? Like luggage? Whatever.
Train job.
The crows.
To hide. You try to feel that.
And then you try to feel the energy of their credit account. It has a sort of...
Never heard of him.
The crows. Scavengers with no loyalty or moral compass. They don't care who wins, but feast upon the dead equally.
You have seen Crow. Exciting job. A train.
Or moral compass. They don't care who wins, but feast upon the dead equally. Man, too, is an organism born with a default self-interest.
And that would be Jane. Captain's got a movie ain't made yet. We'll do the argument. No, because Simon's in the shot. That would be confusing.
Car, and they bundle up the booty.
Equally. Man, too, is an organism born with a default self-interest that is functionally defined by the absence of choice.
That could be functionally defined by the absence of choice. Actually, maybe chain of command works better there.
8 months back.
We can't walk in there and get them, so they're done. Well, let's fire it up.
What's going on?
Strap in, we're taking off.
We're not.
Captain do the same if it were one of us.
Not in a million years.
Shut it.
Listen to me.
You know what the chain of command is? It's a chain I go get and beat you with till you understand who's in.
Yeah, that's better. What? So, I think I'm going to stop there, but let's see how much we have left. We have the last part.
It's difficult to get too deep into the meaning of the show with just the first episode, but the question's at its heart.
That's the wrong episode. Close. If I... Part 8.
Own journey. Nothing but impulse.
Hey, we only have a minute left. But I'm missing 2 shots that I need to convert. So, it's more than it may appear. Thank you, Russell. I kind of want to add the outro music and then call it. There's maybe an hour's worth of editing left, I think. Copy. Let's see. Paste. Ooh, what?
Malcolm, he's on his own journey.
That is a satisfying ending. I won't lie, I like it. And it's a nice change up from the Buffy and Angel guides. So yeah, 1 section left. It will be about 15 minutes, 14 and a half minutes for this video. Not too long. That's okay in my book.
Mal, and he's Malcolm. He's on his own journey.
I do like that song. Editing the outro and we'll watch what you have so far. No, I think I'm going to call it. That'd be another 13 minutes. And this one, there's an hour's worth of work for this. And then I will pop it on the site or on the channel tomorrow. And we'll be good to go. But I appreciate it. Thank you, everyone. Pretty good work day. I needed one of these. It's a frustrating week. I will see y'all tomorrow. First impressions is not as short as you think. Anyway, cheers. Sleep well, everyone.